be talking about our coil pot construction and the process we're going to be using to make an infographic that demonstrates that process, okay? So you each have this PowerPoint on your screen. You're just gonna click along with me. If you don't have your Chromebook, you can use your personal device to click along with me as we go over the expectations for this project. All right, so our objectives. The first objective is I can create an infographic that communicates the process for creating a coil pot sculpture. So this is where you're going to be creating your coil pot. And as you know, your coil pots are currently in the kiln. You've already been through that objective. All right, so now we're going to move on to the second objective, which is I can develop a visual plan for showcasing my work digitally. So we're going to be showcasing your coil pot project in a digital format, okay? And we want it to be where we can share it with other people. And this time we're going to be sharing it with your classmates. So I can engage in a positive, safe, legal, and ethical behavior when using technology. So you're going to be sharing this infographic on a discussion board, and we're going to talk about what it means to be a responsible digital citizen, what it means to have good interactions online. All right, so here is the lesson outline. So first of all, we have engagement. That's your clay pot sculpture, and you've already completed that part of the lesson, so good job. All right, the next part of the lesson is exploration. So this is the part that we're going to be starting today. And this is where you're going to decide on a Canva template. If you're not familiar with Canva, you're going to get familiar with that today. It is an online platform, and you're going to be making an infographic. You can make other things on Canva, but we're just going to be making an infographic that walks someone through how to make a coil pot. And later on in this presentation, it's going to show you exactly what to put on that infographic and how I'm going to be grading you on that. And then finally, in the elaboration phase, we're going to finalize the infographic, and then you're going to post to the discussion board, and you're going to respond to 3 peers using responsible digital citizenship. All right, so since we've already done the coil pot construction, and you should already have one photograph of that coil pot, we're going to skip to the next slide, but you are going to have 3 different photographs. So you're going to have one for your greenware phase. That's one that you've already completed. Next, tomorrow when it comes out of the kiln, you're going to take the photograph for your bisque phase. Then lastly, after it's been glazed and fired, you're going to take your final photograph, which will be the sculpture when it's finally glazed and finished. All right, so student resources is on this slide. Again, you have this resource right in front of you. Here are 4 different resources that can help you during this project. So the first one is a video on how to create a coil pot. You've already done that. Second thing is how to create an infographic using Canva. So you can either go on Canva and kind of click around today in class and figure it out on your own, or you can use this video as a resource. How to take a picture with your Chromebook. So if you need a refresher on how to take a picture with your Chromebook device and upload it into Schoology, this is the video that you need to watch. We've already gone over that, but if you need a refresher, that will go over how to do that process. And then lastly, on your infographic, I really don't want you to use anything from the internet to create the text. But if you do want to pull information from the internet, you need to use the correct citation. You can find out how to cite properly at Purdue OWL, and that's linked right here. All right, so this is the exploration phase. So you're going to be finding the template that you want to use today, and you're going to be uploading your pictures into Canva. You don't have to finish your entire infographic today. I just want you to decide on a template and be uploading your photos, because we haven't gotten to the glazing phase yet. All right, so lastly, whenever we do get to the discussion board phase, we really want to be focusing on making sure that your infographic is nicely finished. All your text has been double checked. Maybe use Grammarly to go back and double check all your work. All right, and then you're going to post it into Schoology, and then you need to respond to 3 classmates. Now let's go ahead and talk about how we're going to do that in a safe way. All right, so never share your Schoology password or any passwords with anyone else. We want to make sure that when we are engaging with our peers in class, it's in a safe way, all right? So you don't want to share your password. And then specifically on this project, I really want to emphasize, I want pictures of your sculpture. I do not want you to take pictures of other people's sculptures online. You can find foil pots online, but if you put that in this exact digital format, it's going to make it look like it's your work. And that's running into copyright law, okay? So we do not want to be taking credit for other people's work that's not ours. We only want to include sculpture pictures that we created. All right, and then lastly, whenever you're responding in the discussion board, you want to respond in a way that's courteous and respectful. Respond to that person using their name, almost like you're writing a letter. If you do have a point that you would like to see them improve on in their infographic, make sure that you're respectful when you're telling them that. Don't be rude online, and that's part of being a responsible digital citizen. So if you are going to post work online, for instance, like this digital work, we want to do that in a respectful way. All right, so this is an example infographic that I created. You can click on this and it will make it bigger inside of your tab, but it goes through exactly what I'm looking for in each section. So you should have 5 sections, and this example will show you all the pictures that you should have, all the information that you should have, etc., etc. And then lastly, if you do have any citations, make sure that's here at the bottom. Also in this slide before that, it has an outline of everything that you will need in your infographic as well. So if you'd like to follow that slide instead, you can, but this example shows you exactly what I'm looking for. But instead of these pictures, you're going to use, of course, your own pictures of your own sculpture. And then lastly, here is your rubric. Okay, so here's how I'm going to be grading, not the coil pot construction, but the infographic construction. So this is making sure that you have all of the correct areas, all right? And you can look at that independently, and we are going to be reviewing this at a later date. So today I want you to look on Canva, decide on a template. If you want to reference back to the resource video, you can. But today I want you to decide on a template and upload your photo into Canva. Does anyone have any questions? Everybody good? All right, go ahead and pull up Canva and you may begin.